Hello again, you people. It's that Kawaii Mika again, or like I said, you guys can call me Stormy. This here is my nephew.
James.
He's weird.
I'm a Todd. What do you expect?
I told you guys in my first update video that I would bring him on to, tell you guys about what happened, about where I got my scars from. And I told you I would bring him on because he also has scars. Show them. He's got scars on his arms and one of his pinkies. And I myself was 15 months old when it happened. He was 13 months. Seriously. He was 13 months old when this happened. It was in 1999.
Yeah.
Stop interrupting. Yeah, I know. I see that.
I'll be back.
It was in 1999 when it happened. It was January 1st.
No, December 1st. December 1st, 1999 when the fire happened. You said January.
Well, I meant December 1st, not January 1st.
Well, it was December 1st.
It was December 1st, 1999 when it happened in a little home in Lakeland. Me and my nephew, we were on separate sides of the room. My crib was on this side, his crib was over here by the door, and the space heater was up against that wall by his bed. Something happened behind the control panel for the stop using the camera as a mirror.
I'm not.
Something happened behind the control panel on the space heater, and it shorted out, and it sparked up and caught on fire.
Which in turn caught my crib on fire first, and caught the rest of the room on fire.
The fire, of course, started on his side of the room, but as you can tell, I had the most burns. I was burnt on my hands here, and on this side a little. I was burnt up here and around in here. I was burnt from here down to here, and I have a spot up here on my forehead that's about this wide.
No, not that wide. Right there.
It's about that wide. I have a spot right here from where the zipper melted in. My mom says that she will never ever hate Barbie again because the only thing that saved the rest of my body was a fire retardant Barbie sleeper blanket.
And the only thing that protected me was a Pooh Bear onesie and Pooh Bear blanket.
And again, the fire started on his side of the room. The cord melted to the side of his crib. His mom, my sister, was just coming home from work to get her pager.
Yeah, she forgot her pager.
Because she forgot her pager, and she saw the smoke coming out the window and thought the tree had caught fire because it was almost Christmas. And
turns out firefighters said that they couldn't go in because the flames were too hot to go in.
And she ran in, and my dad yelled out to her after sending my sister Kayla outside, who was only around 5 at that time.
Go get James. He's stuck in the room.
He was running out the door with me in his arms, and he yelled for her to go and get her son, which is him. And when my dad got to the door of our room, the back of his hair was on fire, and the roof over my crib caved in on top of my crib. So if he had waited even a few seconds longer, I would have been dead.
And then my mom barged in, grabbed me by the leg, like most people do baby dolls, and as soon as I went out of the room, the whole entire ceiling collapsed.
She went to grab him by his hand, and the crib collapsed in on itself, making basically a tent over him of flames. And she reached in, and she didn't care where she grabbed as long as she got her son. So she wound up grabbing him by the foot and carrying him down the hall by the foot. And my dad says that whenever he saw her doing that, it reminded him
when she was a little kid carrying around one of her little baby dolls.
When she was little, carrying around her teddy bear by its foot. When my dad and my sister got outside with us, they had to do CPR on us because we weren't breathing. We were pitch black. Dead. We were pitch black, legally dead, and we were taken in ambulance to Tampa Bay Hospital. We were taken to Lakeland Regional, and from there we were life-flighted to Tampa.
Which they took us in a helicopter.
Which is life-flight.
Either way.
My mom had come home from work. She had seen the smoke from where she was at work, which was across town. She got there and she saw me in the back of the ambulance, and I was completely pitch black. And she wound up staying there for hours on end trying to, leave, but she couldn't because the police and the firemen had all sorts of questions for him. And the firemen said that by the time that they got to the house, it was too hot for them to go in. So they were lucky that they had gotten us out at the time that they did, and they were, right down the road at the school that my brothers went to, which is where we wound up getting life-flighted from. Did we get life-flighted from Lakeland Regional or from the football field?
I think it was from the football field.
Yeah, we got life-flighted from the football field at the elementary school down the road. Or middle school, I mean.
Yeah.
And from Tampa, we spent like 30 days at Tampa General, and my mom had gotten a call from one of the guys that worked at Shriners Hospital when she knew from when she went there as a kid for her orthopedic, and we wound up getting life-flighted from Tampa to Shriners Hospital in Cincinnati for burn kids. And
Caitlin's been back almost every year since, and I haven't gone.
I'm not done. I spent about a month there on a ventilator. They were pulling chunks of carbon out of my lungs about this. You gotta remember, I was just a baby, so my lungs were like this. Probably a little bigger, but you get you understand what I mean. Where we were at in Tampa, we were in it was my nephew, some other kid, me, some other kid, and the doors were open, and the two other kids there had airborne diseases, and we had open wounds. The nurses at Tampa had my fingers wrapped like this, so if my fingers would have healed that way, I would have had no use to my hands, which they didn't, thankfully. I have complete use of my fingers. I spent about 3 months in the hospital after the initial burn. The first month was spent on a ventilator. The other 2 months was spent on watch. And he spent only about 2 months there.
Not even.
Probably about a month, maybe.
About a week or two. Because by the time they came in to check my scars, because half this part of my face should have been gone, or at least been grafted. They come back one afternoon and my face is completely healed.
He had third-degree burns on his cheeks, and that's what I had on my cheeks and my hands with third-degree burns. And third-degree burns don't heal very well on their own.
They don't heal very quick like that anyways.
Because third-degree burns is where, you lost all layers of your skin, all 7 layers. That's why I have skin here, because they took skin from my back and put it on my face. No, they took skin from my head and put it on my face, and skin from my back and used it for my hands.
But
they came in a few days after the initial burn, and his third-degree burns were completely healed. But his arms and his one pinky had to be grafted, so he has a donor site on his back as well. I go back twice every year. He hasn't been back in forever.
I haven't been there since the initial burn, and I'm going back this year, and I'm almost 16 now.
he hasn't been back since the initial burn, and that's almost 16 years ago, December
15.
1st.
Because remember, we're both 16. It happened when we were a year old.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't
Whatever.
almost be
15
16.
years ago, December 1st. Wouldn't you be 16 December 1st?
No, 15.
Whatever.
Because remember, I'm turning 16.
November.
Yeah. And it'd be 1 month after that.
But, we're going back, December 11th and 12th. I'm going for a post-operation checkup.
Shh.
And he's going for pre-operation checkup because he has to have the laces on his graft. The post-operation checkup I'm going for is I had surgery on my neck because it was getting tight here and pulling down on my eyes. Every time I yawned, it would pull down like that. And it was really painful and really hard for me to sing in chorus, which I love to do.
We both do.
I have a smiley face on my neck from where I got the surgery done, and it was just one cut and it opened about that much. One cut and it released that much, and they took skin from my back again and used it for my neck, which is called a donor site and a skin graft. Again, I told you in my last video, we don't want pity. We're not doing this video out of pity. It's out of,
wanting to let you know what happened.
Exactly, wanting to let you know what happened so that, you're not asking questions later, so that you're informed now, so later on down the road you don't have any problems knowing what happened. I love to tell my story. I tell everybody that asks when they apologize for asking. I tell them all the time, don't apologize. I love to tell my story. It makes me who I am today. Yes, it still makes me sad sometimes, but if
you can't change what happened.
If I wasn't burned, then I would be a snobby little brat, basically. And like I said before, me being burned and having to go through, bullying throughout the years helps me to better understand what other people are going through when they're being bullied. So that helps me better to be a nicer person towards those who aren't the normal, who aren't, perfect, as people like to say.
And kids a lot of people think that they are perfect.
Like kids with acne or kids with a birth defect, things like that. I am doing a charity for Shriners. I'm doing a charity for the hospital that saved us, which is Shriners Hospital for Burned Children in Cincinnati, and all other Shriners hospitals out there. It's called Sweets for Shrines. I will encourage you all to do this, please. I am doing bake sales. I have multiple people all over the country doing bake sales right now for Sweets for Shrines, and they basically send all the money that they receive from the bake sale that they don't need for more stuff to do it the next month to the Shriners Hospital in Cincinnati. The reason I'm doing this is because Shriners Hospital
has been so good to us.
Is run completely off of donations, and they're a non-profit organization. They fly all the kids out there, or drive all the kids out there for free. They give them food for free. They give parents, money for food for however long they're staying there. Like 2 days, they get $20. I remember when we were up there for a week, we got $20 every day. Well, my mom did. I didn't because, I get my food for free from the cafeteria. They do dog therapy, which is where they bring in little guys like this, which is my Cali Cow.
Little guys like this cute one right here.
They bring in dogs, and it used to be animal therapy, where they would bring in cats, dogs, rabbits, all sorts of animals. and they basically bring it into the sick children. And you know, these are kids who have been in the hospital for months, or even kids that are just only there for a few days. They get to come down and see the dogs too. But kids who it's mainly for the kids who have been in there for months and have not had any contact from their animals or other animals, or have never ever had contact from animals.
And
I remember when I was up there for my surgery, a few days after my surgery, I was up there for a week. A few days after my surgery, they had dog therapy, and I was so excited because I haven't had dog therapy since the initial burn. And there is this really pretty Pendleton Terrier there and a chocolate lab. Skippy was the Pendleton Terrier's name, and he was like a pillow. He was just absolutely gorgeous. He was soft, and you know, one of these days I want to see what it takes to, you know, get my dog to be a pet therapy dog, because I think Cal would be great for that. He is so lovable. He is so sweet and kind.
He's a cuddle bug,
basically, and you know, just
don't take pity on us.
Yeah, don't take pity on us. Don't feel sorry for us. None of that. Like I said in the last video, any comments of saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you," well, not so much "I'm so sorry for you," as long as it's not like, "Oh, I pity you so much." Any comments that say that you pity me or my nephew will be deleted instantly, because we don't need pity.
We're happy with who we've become and what we've went through.
You guys are amazing. You guys just stay strong. And if you ever need somebody to talk to,
we're here.
Just message me on YouTube, or I will probably wind up putting my email or something in the comments or at some time. I plan on getting a PO box at some point, and you guys can message me, and when I get my PO box, you can send me mail, and I will be glad to talk to you at any time. Anytime. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care if you wake me up with it. I really don't. If you're having family problems, friend problems, boy or girl problems, even if you're just having a bad day because, you know, a leaf blew in your face. As crazy as that sounds, I've had people come to me about that.
A lot of people.
But I'm always willing to talk to you guys. I will be your bestest friends in the world. Bestest friend. I'm not more than one person.
You sure about that? With your personality?
Sure. Well, I do have multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, we all do.
Be aware you could be talking to somebody else that's actually inside of me. Like, I have many personalities. I have Lilith, I have Phoenix, I have
Rainbow Dash.
No, it's Rainbow Hair.
Rainbow Hair.
I have Rainbow Hair. I have Mikachu. I have Alex Chan. And Stormy Chan, which is me. But just, you know, guys, just message me anytime. And last but not least, I love you guys. Leave a like if you like this video. Thumbs it up. Leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite part about the video was, or if you ever gone through something like this, or if you or someone you know is burned and they, you know, they're going through a hard time because of it, or if you recently were burned and you are having trouble grasping it, then, you know, you can always come to me and let me know. Leave a comment down below. If you guys haven't chosen a name on the first video, then you can always also comment it here on this video. Subscribe, tell your friends, and again, love you guys. Love you so much, and thanks for watching my videos.